Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Can't You See by the Marshall Tucker Band. And we're going to start with a kind of an easy way and then kind of talk about more complex rhythm things and then kind of end up with the intro lick and then talk about some ways to kind of solo over it. But we're going to start on a D major chord. When we play D major, first finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret, second finger is going to go to the high E on the second fret, the third finger goes to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, kind of the skinny four strings, that sounds a D major chord and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the D major chord, we're going to be going to a C major chord. And when we play C major, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, the second finger is going to go to the D string on the second fret, third finger on the A string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a C major chord. That sounds really, really happy. And then from the C major chord, we're going to go to a G major chord. And when we play G major, first finger is going to go to the A string on the second fret, second finger on the low E on the third fret, and third finger on the high E on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the G major, we're going to be going back to the D major. And that's basically our chord progression through the entire song, actually. And it kind of might remind you a little bit of Sweet Home Alabama or Sweet Child of Mine. It actually kind of starts with this very similar chord pattern. So we got D, C, G, D major is kind of the pattern all the way through. But a lot of times with a song like this, to kind of make it a little bit more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. We'll talk about a couple of these. But one of my favorite strum patterns is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the D and just tried that a lot. We'd have down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. So we're going to do that a lot to get your right hand used to it. And if we try that through our chord pattern, then we have D with down, down, up, down, D with a down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, C with a down, down, up, down, G with a down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D with a down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G with a down, down, up, down, G with a down, down, up, down, D with a down, 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 D with a down, 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 up. Now something you may want to think about adding though is there are some other chords and other voicings for those three chords actually that we could kind of mix it up. And some of these get used actually on our intro lick, where instead of playing the entire D major, another D that kind of gets mixed up is a D sus2. And the way you play D sus2, first finger just plays G string on the second fret and third finger goes to the B string on the third fret. So you're kind of lifting off the second finger from the D, and that's called D sus2. Another D that kind of gets mixed up through the tune too is something called D sus. And the way you play D sus or D suspended is you take the pinky from that shape and kind of put it on the high E on the third fret. So now I got first finger on the G string second, third finger on the B string third, pinky on the high E third. And all together that sounds a D sus. And one thing that you may want to kind of play around with is kind of strumming your strum pattern and then lifting off the second finger for this D sus2, or adding in the pinky to kind of get the D sus sound. Very cool to kind of on those D chords kind of try and get some licks around them. And you may want to try doing them as hammer-ons, where on that first down you could kind of take the D sus2 and hammer on into your D chord. Or you may even want to take the D sus and kind of work it as a pull-off back to the D chord. So that might be something you want to kind of play around with. And then on the C, actually, sometimes it can be very cool to substitute in something called C major 9. And actually, the intro kind of sounds like a little bit of a C major 9. And the way you play C major 9, first finger goes to the D string on the second fret, second finger goes to the A string on the third fret, third finger on the B string on the third fret, and the pinky on the high E on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a C major 9. And actually, another way that you could kind of play a C major 9, another way that you could play C major 9 from that shape is to just lift the pinky off and kind of ride it off on just the first finger, second finger, and third finger. And that kind of sounds a little bit more like one of the chords in the intro. And then instead of using the G major voicing with just the three fingers, we can actually add in all four fingers in a very similar shape to that C major 9, where you do first finger on the A string second fret, second finger on the low E string on the third fret, third finger on the B string on the third fret, and the pinky on the high E on the third fret. So it looks a lot like the C major 9, but you got 1 and 2 on the A and the E string instead of the D and the A. And that's another voicing for the G major. So if you kind of dig that voicing, you can kind of use that instead. So just to try it with some of those chord voicings, you have D with down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, C major, down, down, C major, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, D, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, C, down, down, C, down, 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 G, down, 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 G, down, 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 D, down, 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 D, down, down, down. So you may want to kind of experiment with some of those. And actually the intro, like at the very beginning, and I'm faking this a little bit, I think that they do something slightly different, but this is very, very close, I think, is you could start off on the kind of the D sus2 idea, and then there's an idea in music called arpeggios, which means broken chords. So instead of playing the entire D sus2, if you kind of start out with the D string, and then go to the B string, and then G string, and then the open E string, and then B string, G string. That sounds a little bit more like that intro where you got D, B, G, E, B, G. And then you can kind of throw in a little melody part by going 3rd fret on the high E string, 2nd fret on the high E string, open E, 2nd fret on the on the E string, and then going back to that 3rd fret on the B string. So you're kind of going D, D, A, E, D, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, D. It's kind of an arpeggio. And you can almost work that kind of throwing in the bigger chords. D sus, D sus2, D, D, if you wanted to kind of try it that way. And then we're going to play open A to kind of lead into the 3rd fret on the A string. And if you kind of use 2nd finger for that A string and leave 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, then it kind of starts with an arpeggio where you go E, B, G, E, B, G. And then we kind of take the pinky and kind of add it in on the high E 3rd to do 3rd fret on the high E and the B at the same time. And then kind of lift that up to 3rd and open, and then 3rd fret on the B, and then open G. So we're kind of around that C chord going open A, C, E, B, G, E, B, G, 3s, 3 and open, 3, open. So you may want to kind of play around with that. And then on the G chord, if you kind of play the low E string for your bass, and then do it down on the G chord, and then there's a cool little lick around that G where you play open D and do a hammer on the 2nd fret. So I'm kind of playing the open D and putting my finger down on the 2nd fret to kind of get the sound to carry. And then open G, and then open D, and then 2nd fret on the A string, and kind of do that as a pull off. So I'm kind of playing 2nd on the A and let my finger fall off the string of the open A. So you got 3 on the low E, down, O, 2, O, O, 2, O. And then at the very end, you can do the D major with kind of the D as a bass, and then a down on the chord, and then open D, and then if you kind of go back to that D sus idea where we had the pinky for the 2 3s on the top, and then we go to 2 and 3, kind of lifting off to the D chord, and then playing B string and then G string after that. So you got bass, D chord, bass, 3 2 3 2 3 2. So all together, you got O 3 2 O 3 2 3 2 O 2 3 O 3 O 3 O O 3 O 3s, 3 and open, 3 O 3 chord, O 2 O O 2 O, open D D chord, D D sus D 3 2. If you want to kind of intro the tune that way, because some people go, oh my gosh, can't you see I love this song. So that would be one other thing that you could kind of try and play around with. And then through another strum pattern that I would think about, or something I would add to the strum pattern that we have, is bass notes, or if you kind of dig on that. Because a lot of times playing solo, actually it can sound really good to kind of simulate playing a bass player by playing something called the root of the chord on the first down that we're doing. So on the D chord, if you play the D string for the kind of the root, or the note that's kind of the name of the chord, and then do your down, up, down, that can sound very cool. So you'd have D with a D bass, down, up, down, D with a D bass, down, up, down, D with a D bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down. And on the C chord, you can use the A string for your bass. So C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down. And then on your G chord, you'd have the low E string for your bass. So G with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down. So we tried that through our chord pattern. We have D with the D bass, down, up, down, D with the D bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D with the D 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 bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, That's a little bit more challenging, but for myself, actually, I like using something called a 16th note strum pattern through this song. And what a 16th note is right now, if you're tapping your foot to the beat, we're dividing that into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. So kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. With this tune is a little bit quick. What a 16th note is where you divide that beat into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's called a 16th note. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the D and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're doing on the first beat. And then on the second beat, you're doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up. So all together, you got long down, 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 up, down, down, up, long down, 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 up, down, down, up, long down, 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 up, down, down, up, long down, 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 up, down, down, up. The weird part about that with our chord pattern is actually you kind of feel just having 1 on each chord instead of 2 with the 16th pattern. So we tried that, then we'd have long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, C down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, G down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, B down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, B down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, C down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, G down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, B down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. Now if you kind of dig in on the bass idea though, you could kind of throw that in on that first down that we're doing. So we have D with the D bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, D with the D bass, down, down, up, down, D with the D bass, down, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, down, up, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, up, down, down, up. For myself though, I like getting a little bit bass happy sometimes. And so another pattern you may want to play around with is bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down, up. So we tried it that way. You'd have D with the bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, C with the bass, bass, down, up, bass, down, G with the bass, bass, down, up, bass, down, D with the bass, bass, down, up, bass, down, D with the bass, bass, down, up, bass, down, C with the bass, bass, down, up, bass, down, G with the bass, bass, down, up, bass, down, D with the bass, bass, down, up, bass, down. So we want to kind of play around with that too. And actually in this song there's this really cool solo actually where it kind of works a little bit of something called a pentatonic scale, or at least mostly pentatonic scale. And so a lot of times if you're in the key of G, which this song, even though it starts on a D chord, it's really in the key of G major unless you want to think about it as a D mixolydian. But don't worry about that. But there's this really cool scale called an E minor pentatonic scale. And what a pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale. And what a pentatonic scale is actually, or the one that kind of works for this song, is a G major or E minor pentatonic scale, which is basically E's and G's and A's and B's and E's. So the easiest way to play that is to kind of play all the strings all together, because that's basically a pentatonic scale. You got a G note, an A, and a B, and a D, and then 2 E's as open strings. And if you wanted to, you could kind of map out different places where you could play those notes on the guitar. So the next place you would find those notes on the guitar is going 3rd fret on the low E string for a G note, 2nd on the A for a B note, 2nd on the D for a E note, second on the G for an A note, third fret on the B string for a D note, and then third fret on the high E for a G note. So you kind of got this third fret, second fret, second fret, second fret, third fret from the low E to the high E, kind of after the open strings. And you could even put those together, and a lot of people will, as kind of like the first pattern of pentatonic, kind of going open to third, open second, open second, open second, open third, open third. Well, then the next piece we mapped out the next piece of the pentatonic scale across the guitar. You'd have fifth fret on the low E for an A note, fifth on the A string for a D note, fifth on the G for a G note, fourth on the G for a B note, fifth on the B for an E note, and then fifth on the high E for an A note. So you're going 5, 5, 5, and then 4, 5, 5. And you could even put those together with the third fret, second frets to kind of make pattern 2. And then from there, all the 7th fret notes are actually those same 5 note names, except for the B string is going to be 8th fret, and then you're back to 7th fret. So the next piece you got 7, 7, 7, 7, and then 8, 7. And you could even put those together with those 5th fret and the 4th fret notes to make something called pattern number 3 of pentatonic. And then the next pattern actually is the one we're going to end up kind of working some of our solo licks in, where the next piece is kind of 10 to 10 on from the E and A string, and then 9, 9, and then back to 10, 10. So we put those together, we'd have 7, 10, 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, 8, 10, 8, 10, or 7, 10 at the top. So that's kind of pattern 4 is what a lot of people kind of classify that as. And then one of my favorite patterns is actually kind of adding in all the 12th frets. Because all the 12s are kind of like the open strings, so when you get up to 12th fret, everything kind of starts over again. So you put those together with those 10th fret notes, you have 10 to 12, 10 to 12, 9 to 12, 9 to 12, 10 to 12, 10 to 12. And then from there, if we kind of go all the way up to 12th fret on the low E and kind of work at the 15th fret, that's like our open to 3rd fret. We're actually playing E's and G notes right there. And then on the A string, you'd have 12 to 14, and then 12 to 14, and then 12 to 14, and then 12 to 15 on the B string, and then back to 12, 15, or stay on 12, 15 for the high E string. So you got 12, 15, 12, 14 on 3 strings, 12, 15, 12, 15 is pattern 1 again. So there are a lot of different ways that you could kind of work licks around that. Now in the solo through the song though, we're not really playing as many notes as we just went over, but that might be kind of cool to kind of jam with the tune with the pentatonic scale. But the solo licks kind of start on 9th fret on the G string, and you start that kind of by doing a bend. So we do 9th fret on the G string and kind of press up and into the guitar at the same time to kind of get that note to bend. And then we go to 7th on the G, 9 on the D, 7 on the G, and then 9 on the G, and then kind of do another bend. And this may be a little bit difficult if you're on an acoustic. Actually, this can be a lot easier on electric. We got that 9 bend, 7, 9, 7, 9 bend. And then right after that, we kind of do a 9th fret bend with almost something called vibrato, where you do a lot of little teeny bends all together, where we kind of have 9 doing a lot of different bends and coming back to 7 on the G, 9 on the D, 7 on the G, 9th fret on the, with a bend again. So we keep on coming back to that 9th fret bend. And then we do 9th fret bend again on the G string, and then 7 on the G, and then 9th fret for the bend again on the G string. So a lot of it's just that G string working that. We got 9 bend, 7, 9, 7, 9 bend, 9 bend, 7, 9, 7, 9 bend, 9 bend, 7, 9 bend. And then at the end we kind of do that 7, 9, and then go 9 on the D, and then 7 on the G, 9 bend on the G, 9 bend on the G, 7 on the G, 9 on the G, and then back to 7 on the G, and then we got 9 on the D, and then 7 on the D. So we got 7, 9, 9, 9, 7, 9 bend, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7. Right after that, we go to 10th fret on the B string and kind of do a bend there, and then 10th fret straight up on the B, and then we go to 7 on the G, and then 9th fret on the D, and then we kind of repeat that. So we go back to that 10th fret bend, 10, 7, 9, and then 10th fret bend, 10, but then we go 9 on the G, 7 on the G, 9 on the D, 7 on the G, and the 9th fret bend on the G string, and then there's a little tag where we go 7 on the G, 9 on the D, 7 on the B, and then 9 on the G, and then 7 on the G. So you got 10th fret, 10, 7, 9, 10th fret, bend, 10, 7, 9, 10th fret, bend, 10, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, bend, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7. So may want to kind of play around with those licks too, but it can also be very cool to kind of take those patterns that we were just doing, and in particular pattern 4 is kind of where a lot of those licks are kind of happening, and you could kind of play around with different technical ideas. So you could work around hammer-ons where you kind of play the first note and then kind of do a hammer-on into the second note of the scale. That's 7-10, 7-10, 7-9, 7-9, 8-10, 7-10. Or you could work pull-offs as kind of a lick idea if you're playing solos over it or kind of jamming over it. Those could be like little words to say. And then you could even work slides kind of through the scale too. So that might be kind of a cool thing to kind of play around with. Or you could work the bend idea, which gets used a lot in a solo. So kind of the idea can be, what can you say with that scale in particular? So just some kind of cool ideas there. But for the most part, yeah, you could really just kind of work a lot of that, just that D, C, and G, and kind of playing around with those strum patterns that we were talking about. But that's the basics of how you can kind of strum through Can't You See by Marshall Tucker Band. So good luck!